Hey guys, so I want to take the opportunity to share my personal carnivore vision for how we can save humanity. Now, we all know that carnivore is basically the panacea. It essentially cures all chronic disease. Personally, it cured my allergies and my joint pain, and also cured my son's special need and had many other health benefits for my family. But this video is about five pillars for how we can uh, try to save humanity, in basically five directions that we can go in the future. So, number one is about the beef supply. We all know that the beef supply is under attack and will be under attack in the future. For example, in Europe, you have governments that are forcing injections into cows that are either hurting or killing these cows. And so I fully expect this eventually to come to the US in the future. Uh, we will have our beef supply under attack. Now, how do we address the beef supply? So the best way is to obviously financially support ranchers. We can support our local ranchers, but arguably an even better strategy is for us carnivores to become ranchers ourselves. And so I want to start a movement for the carnivore community, the people in the carnivore community, to actually raise their own cows, to become ranchers. And we can, of course, support each other. But this is pillar number one, which is increase ranching within the carnivore community, so that we can ensure that our community has a beef supply for the future. Okay, now, pillar number two. I would like every carnivore to become an activist. So I personally carry around a flyer in my pocket and I hand it out to random people that talks about the benefits of the carnivore diet. And I would like a favor. I would like to ask a favor to other carnivores that each of us does this. So I would kindly ask everyone to make your own flyer, put it in your pocket or your purse, hand it out to anyone who's interested in the carnivore diet. And It's worth noting that social media is censored. YouTube and other social media platforms will censor the carnivore diet. So that's why we have to go offline. We have to go to the real world. You actually have to make a hard copy of a flyer, so that, because no, you can't censor a hard copy, right? So like I said, everyone should make their own flyer that describes the carnivore diet and how it's beneficial, and put that in your pocket, hand it out to everyone. So that's a favor that you can do for me. That's pillar number two. Okay, pillar number three is that I want to brand the carnivore movement as a kids' health movement, because as powerful as carnivore is for adults, it's even more powerful for children. As bad as adults' health is nowadays, I would argue that kids' health is being set up to be even worse. And so, what I would like to do is basically put a lot of effort into kind of targeting the right demographics for the carnivore diet to make the biggest impact. Who actually would benefit the most from the carnivore diet? So basically, it's pregnant moms, breastfeeding moms, and preschool age children, because those are the children that need it most, right? Children that are either in the womb or have just recently left the womb. We have to think about how do we, target those communities or reach those communities. Target's not the right word. I meant reach those communities. But basically, we can go to schools. Obviously, we can hand out flyers in schools, or have events at schools, and also, who does that age listen to? Well, they listen to their doctors, which are pediatricians. So we can try to, to reach out to pediatricians and say, please promote carnivore diet to your patients, to the children that you see, right? So we have to lobby the pediatricians to actually promote the right diet. Okay, so that's pillar number three, like I said, which is promoting carnivore as a kids' health movement and reaching out to the parents of children, the doctors of children, the pediatricians, as well as the schools, to try to promote carnivore to young children. Okay, pillar number four is basically raising awareness about plant toxins. Now, I personally had never heard of plant toxins until I started carnivore, but in the general American public doesn't know either, or the Western public. To raise awareness about plant toxins, we should start a political movement that basically calls for um, banning, say, high oxalate foods. Like it's in particular, we can raise awareness about oxalates because it's clear that oxalates are driving chronic disease. So what we can do is start a political movement to ban high oxalate foods from human consumption. I mean, at first it might seem crazy to ask to ban spinach, but if you look into the science, it makes perfect sense. Spinach is deadly, right? Even if we are not successful with that political movement, we will raise awareness and will gain attention. And the word oxalate, which most people have never heard of, that word oxalate will get into the public sphere. We'll get media publicity. We'll get news organizations saying, "Oh, look how crazy these people are. They want to ban spinach." But just by getting that media attention, we will raise awareness of oxalates. So that's pillar number 4, which is starting a political movement to ban these high oxalate foods to raise awareness about plant toxins. Finally, pillar number 5 is targeting the education system. Like I said, I've been through elite universities. I went to some of the top universities in the country, and I never once learned about plant toxins. Isn't it crazy that even though I majored in biochemistry and chemical engineering, I never once heard the word oxalate. I never heard about plant toxins in my education. So what we need to do is we need to get plant toxins into the textbooks, into the lectures, into the school curriculum in order to educate this next generation of kids to make them aware of this. And of course, we can also target the education system for promoting the carnivore diet as well. So then how do we do that? Well, what we can do is that there actually are online courses like Coursera as an example, and we can make online education courses about plant toxins. We can make education courses about the carnivore diet. We need to cast it within the university framework, like within the framework of the standard education system. It's not just about doing things informally on YouTube. We want to formally make it as actual courses that university students can take. So that's basically my 5 pillars. Like I said, pillar number 1 was increasing the beef supply. Pillar number 2 was turning carnivores into activists with flyers. Pillar number 3 is branding carnivore as a kids' health movement. Pillar number 4 is raising awareness about plant toxins by starting a political movement to ban these high toxin plants. And then pillar number 5 is going after the education system to actually formally create courses about carnivore diet, plant toxins, etc. All right, let me know your thoughts, and thanks for listening.